Welcome to the testing world. Now in this session I'm going to cover one of the most important topic of TestNG, which is grouping of test case. Before using this, first of all we have to understand what do you mean by grouping of test case. Okay, let's take an example. I have total 500 test cases in my automation suite. And today I want to do only smoke testing. So you will notice out of the 500 you want to execute 20 or 30 test case which belongs to the smoke testing. Okay. Later on, tomorrow we got a new build and there I want to perform sanity testing of login and registration module only. So now you want to go for sanity testing. Okay. Out of the 500 test cases, my 200 test cases are very high importance. 150 test cases are medium importance and 150 test cases are low importance. Today I want to execute only high importance test cases. How we can do that? As of now we know we have a file with the name testng.xml, but in this file all the classes are there. So we can execute either all classes or we can remove some classes. But here it is difficult to identify in which class what kind of test case we have written, because you have written 100 files with 500 test cases. So now there is a concept of grouping. Grouping means when we are writing our automation test cases, we can define them in one or more group. So what I can do, let me show you. I'm just coming to the file 1 and here I have 3 test cases. So I want this test case to be as a high priority test case. So I can say group and this test case belongs to the group which is high priority. Okay. Is this a keyword? Answer is no. This is a user defined word, means if we are working in a team, we will decide, we will put our test cases in these 3 groups: high, medium and low. So we as a team will decide these names, and as of now I'm taking 3 names. You can take more names. Apart from it, put test cases like smoke and sanity as well. So now we are going to use these 5 group name while writing the test case. So as a tester I have written this test case belongs to the high priority group. Also it belongs to smoke testing. And this is a case sensitive. So whatever you are using, it should be exactly same. So I'm saying we should use like this. We as a team, we have decided like this. Okay. Now my test case 1 belongs to, this test case belongs to high priority group plus smoke testing group. And also what I do, I'll just print here high and smoke. So when it will execute, we can easily identify the correct test case is executing or not. In the same way, I'll just copy this and paste it in front of all test cases. So what I do here, this test case belongs to the medium priority and also it belongs to the smoke. Okay. So one test case belongs to one group or multiple group. So if I come to the third test case, I'll just say that belongs to low priority test case and it belongs to one group only. So like I'll just mention low. Okay. So if you notice, while doing automation, I'm putting my test case into different groups, and in this group I'm just printing that data as well, so that we can easily identify correct test case are executing or not. So like this. Okay. Now I'll go to the second file and do the same task. So here we have one test case only, and I'm saying it's a low priority test case and belongs to sanity testing. Okay. Now moving to next, this test case. So I just mentioned like it belongs to high priority test case only one group, and here I'm printing high and here I'm printing low and sanity. Now I'll go to the other files. So here we have a test case. I'll just make the group of this test case which is medium, and I can say sanity. So I'm just distributing my test case into different group, removing this assertion as of now. Go to the fourth file. Okay, removing this fourth file as of now. So now while doing the automation, I have distributed my test case into the multiple groups. Now let's see about the execution. Go to this testng.xml, and as of now in this file we mention execute all classes. But now I don't want to execute all classes. Here I want to execute only particular group. So what we can do, just remove it. Here in the test we need to mention first packages. So in which package you have your test case. So inside the packages we have to use package, and in the package I'm passing the name, like my package name is testing. So if you can check it over here. So first of all we have defined, like in this package we have all test cases. If you have these test cases in different packages, so you can just copy this line and write any number of time and give the package name. As of now we have only one package, so I just keep 1. Now we have to define like which group you want to execute. So I'm saying groups. Inside the group I'm defining run. Inside the run I'm saying include. Okay, which group you want to execute? I want to execute smoke. So now in this complete package it will search only the test case which belongs to the smoke testing. So if you can come here, we have 1, 2, and if we check it, there is no test case of smoke testing. Yeah, so we have only 2 test case belongs to the smoke testing. Let's try to execute that. If you notice, it executed only 2 test case. In the same way, if I say I want to execute only sanity test case, I just mentioned sanity. So now it's going to execute only sanity test case. Okay, let's see that. Here it is printing TC004. Let's check. So here it belongs to the sanity, but we did not print it that. So we can print it like this. Okay, again you will execute, you'll get the answer. So here now by this grouping approach we can control our execution, like what we want to execute with the minimum changes. Okay, if you want to execute smoke and sanity both, so I can just make 2 lines of include smoke and sanity. Executing, it will execute smoke test case as well as sanity test case. So by this way you can give any name and it will execute the test case. But one thing you need to notice, when it is going to these test cases, it is not executing before method and after method. You can understand whenever we are executing test, it should execute before method and after method, but it is not executing right now. Because when we are going for the grouping, it will execute only test. It will not execute before and after, before method and after method. So to execute before method and after method in all cases does not matter we are using grouping or we are not using grouping, because before method is going to set up prerequisite for test case. So we have to mention like always run is equal to true. So in front of the before method and after method we will write this. Same in the B class and same in the C class. Now everything is set. I'm executing that. So now before each test case it will execute before method, and after each test case it will execute after method. And you can notice now it is executing only test case which belongs to the smoke and sanity. Okay, last option I want to show you here. I just want to skip low priority test case. Other than that I want to execute everything. So on the place of the include you can mention exclude, and I'm saying I don't want to execute low priority test case. Rest of the things I will execute. So I just exclude this, means other than this everything will execute. Running, you will notice other than low, it will execute everything. So it is executing medium, it is executing high. You will not find low anywhere. So that is one of the most important feature of TestNG. Because of this feature, we can control our complete execution through testng.xml without making any change in the code. Also, here we are doing the minimum changes. So these changes can be done by any person who is not even aware about automation. Just change the name and execute. So here we have seen almost all the features of the TestNG. That's all we have for this session. Thanks for watching this video.